Welcome back, everyone, to PARX Racing for Let's Go Racing, and it's time to welcome a couple of very special guests to the program today. To my left here is Mr. Bob Hutt, who is the president of Fantasy Lane Stable, the black and gray of Fantasy Lane Stable, and Danielle Montgomery, who we've had on the program before. She's the chief administrator for the Turning for Home program. Welcome to both of you. Bob, we'll get to you in just a second. Danielle, I want to start with you. Later today, Kentucky Derby Day here at the track. A big day for all of us, but it's also a big day for you guys at Turning for Home, always trying to raise some money.
Yeah, we will have our table out front. We have volunteers that come. We try to raise some awareness for the horses Turning for Home and what a great job the horsemen and PARX do to help these horses get into a second career.
Now, you guys will be down in the main lobby with your table set up. The people can stop down there and see you guys and hopefully make a little bit of a donation to you. June 25th is also a big day, and I know you're already preparing for that. It's the third annual Turning for Home Stakes, and it's a big day for that. Tell us about it.
Yes, it's coming up very quickly. It's our third annual. It's sponsored very nicely, again, by Fantasy Lane Stables and Diamond Bee Farm, who are our joint co-sponsors for the Turning for Home Stakes. And we do try to raise money for the program, but the big part of the day is to raise awareness for, again, the horses. We spotlight horses on TV, and we just try to bring the adopters and the trainers and the owners, everybody together to see what these horses can do in their second careers.
And Bob, as I mentioned at the top, you're the president of Fantasy Lane Stable, and Eddie Coletti is your trainer of record here on the grounds. How long have you been involved involved in racing horses?
About 30 years. I got into it when I found out my father, who worked 3 jobs, and I grew up in New York City in the Bronx as really, I guess, a poor kid and worked my way up. And I never knew he liked the racetrack and found out he was a $2 bettor. And from there, I decided to get one horse, which led to quite a few more. And he enjoyed it, and all his cronies, who were about 85, asked me to adopt them when I would take them into the winner's circle and a victory dinner celebration. And I would always tell them it was in the works, and eventually it led to Fantasy Lane Stable, where the average fan could get in for as little as $750 and enjoy the major league, so to speak, the wonderful world of thoroughbred racing.
Well, Bob, as Danielle mentioned, you guys are a major sponsor and have been so. Excuse me. What prompted you to get involved with the Turning for Home program?
Well, I serve on the board of directors for the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation, which is a similar organization to Turning for Home. And when I found out about Turning for Home, Danielle was kind enough to take a few Fantasy Lane Stable horses, and one thing led to another. And basically, any horse that runs at Fantasy Lane Stable, we follow them for the rest of their lives, not just their career.
Right.
These gallant warriors do so much for the public and give us such great excitement. They're entitled to have a great life after giving so much to us, and Danielle leads the charge here at PARX, and we're very glad to contribute, as is Diamond Bee Farm, where Uptown Charlie Brown, who was on the Triple Crown Trail back in 2010 and ran in the Belmont Stakes, is now at Diamond Bee with his band of broodmares and weanlings. We call them Charlie's Angels. And Charlie's firstborn sons and daughters are going to be coming to PARX to race in the lucrative Pennsylvania-bred, state-bred program this summer. A couple of them just arrived the other day, and to watch them grow up from little weanlings to full-grown racehorses is something spectacular.
Danielle, catch us up on some numbers. You guys have been around now for a long time. How many horses have you retired? And update us on some of that stuff.
Since 2008, we've assisted in over 1,800 horses.
1,800?
1,800 horses. We don't turn any horses away. Any trainer that comes up to me from PARX Racing and the horse is eligible, he's run here, he's run his last race here, or even the young babies, as long as they've been in training here for a few months, you know, they can come into our program, and Turning for Home does their veterinary evaluations. We have a fantastic partnership with Mid-Atlantic Equine, and Dr. Yannick Gazarowski, he reads any of the x-rays that we send over. We have a partner veterinarian here, Dr. Tom Laredo, plus all the treating vets are fantastic. They all support our program.
Right.
And so every horse that needs help, we figure out what they can best do in their second career, and then we have a great group of partner farms that help get them there.
1,800. That's a big number.
1,800.
Bob, and just one more thing, we'll let you guys get out of here. Tell the folks if they want to get involved with Fantasy Lane or want to get involved with Turning for Home through Fantasy Lane, how can they get in touch with you?
It's pretty easy. In this day and age, all you have to do is go to our website, which is fantasylanestable.com.
Singular.
Singular. There's no S at the end, because if they go with an S at the end, they're not going to get horse racing. But if they go there, everything is spelled out, and they can call me anytime they'd like.
Bob, thanks for joining us today. Best of luck with Fantasy Lane, and Danielle, thanks for all the hard work you do.
Thank you, Keith.
Well, let's get to our national coverage. It's brought to you again by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much.